90s mountain bike versus gravel bike, you know. So yeah, what I wanted to tell Travis, what I wanted to tell him but didn't get to tell him, uh, what I wanted to tell him but didn't get to tell him, and probably won't get to tell him is that, this would be the bike, you know what I'm saying, if like, you know what I'm saying, he was talking about how the trails were like, concrete and paved. And I was like, okay, that sounds cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at first I was like initially like like I would say like, if it's paved, the better. But even if it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, those like even the more like, the more rugged trails like the ones that like Brandon used to go on, like even still, like this would be the bike I would go on, right? The problem is that the brakes need a little bit of work, right? Because it's a budget bike, so I've had it for a while, right? So the back brake it just needs a little bit of tune up, right? But it doesn't really matter, right? Because if I'm, it doesn't really matter, right? If I'm going slow and just going with one person, and we're going on fucking concrete trails, right? So, but everything about this bike is oriented for aggressive type of riding, right? Uh, but still, like, what I'm saying, the idea, of local single track, it's something that I would rather do by myself, right? And if I did do it though, like, this would be the better bike because the tires, see, the thing is like this bike is going to be, it's going to be much more funner, right? Because it's going to be it's going to be able to carry momentum a lot more better, right? So, uh, but it's not something I'm looking forward to do. Like, I'm not into like just doing single track with just anybody. I'm not looking just going out and just looking to be gay with someone for 2 hours, right? Especially with somebody and a dog, That's why you people, it's important that you people provide context, right? When you want to go out and do shit with people. This is why I emphasize group rides, right? Because with group rides, it's you and a group of people, right? It's like you want to go out with someone. It's like, what's the motivation for going out, right? Well, number one, it's got to be nice. It's got to be nice out, right? Is it going to be food afterwards? We're going to get a burger. Is it going to be cake? Like, I need number one. Is it going to be cake? If it's not cake, then you can't invite me to go out with you. There's not going to be cake. Like, I'm not into just going out and riding my bike just because I don't have that fucking energy. Like, I'm not. Who the fuck do you think I am? I'm not Superman, right? I mean, but realistically though, I mean, this '90s mountain bike, this would be the bike. If I were to go by myself, which not gonna do. But if what I'm saying, it would be more funner if I went by myself. But this would be the safer bike because the brakes are tuned up fully, right? And it's just more responsive in terms of handling, right? So, but the tires are a bit hard packed, right? So